Hi, everybody. It's Kira Duran here, and I'm really excited because, first and foremost, I like utilizing and pushing myself and my gifts in different ways. And I've been sitting on this work I'm about to begin, especially on YouTube, because I'm not an astrologer. I'm a seer, and I'm a quantum field seer, an energy manipulator, and guide in this respect. But um, the thing is I can see the celestial bodies. When somebody hands me their birth chart, I'm able to just get all this information. What I'm really excited about is to share this other side of my gifts with you, and that is breaking down the energy of the week for each sign. Now, those of you who are astrologers, I highly encourage you to send feedback. Look at, the science of what you do with astrology, just because I love how the divine is working through all of us when it comes to the celestial bodies, just really teaching us how to evolve. So I've channeled and just kind of looked at the collective of each sun sign as we move forward on our collective ascension. So here we go. I'm going to start with the sign of Pisces, or excuse me, Aries. And Aries, what I'm seeing for this week, today is the 24th as I'm recording this, into about March 8th through 19th, because there's waves of frequencies that are stimulated to help us. Okay. And so collectively, for like all of us, again, it comes down to the way that our soul is evolving, but we allowed these pronounced frequencies, rather, we chose these pronounced frequencies before we came in at the soul level to help us evolve. Because we are quantum beings, it's almost like we have like these recipes that we get to really divulge in and say, okay, like I'm going to use this energy in my body to evolve, right? Or I'm going to use this. And so, for example, your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, whatever, what have you. So Aries, you guys are having like this personal, like a personal deep dive, like going in, like what the energy this week is really allowing the Aries people to um reassess how they want to allow their, like, that inner child energy to take over. So if some of you, like the Aries people, if you're noticing like, oh, this is like, there's this like harmonization occurring between the inner child and the adult aspects, I'll say it like that. And so if there's any sort of maturation happening right now, it's also happening in relationships, how they relate to themselves first, but also like there could be a refinement in relationship matters. I'm not necessarily seeing romantic. For some of you guys, it could be romantic, but reforming the relationships that you have. And so if you feel called to, get people out that aren't really serving you, if you're, for the Aries people, if they're taking a lot of your energy, it's time for you to really go inward and decide, not just like, who and what you want to be, but like take an inventory of all of your relationships, and because they're teaching you what's active inside of you. So some of the Aries people, you might have to like release people, but some of you might be actually opening up your heart again. Okay. Where that inner child was like, oh, that hurt. But for some of the Aries people, it's like, okay, I'm going to rest, reset, and invite in. And that's like some of the theme for the Aries people right now. Also with Aries is, yeah, I'm just really seeing a lot of expansion in the heart space, expansion for you to speak and utilize your leadership qualities. And that I'm seeing that really get heightened for the month of March as well. But there's going to be more videos. Next is Taurus. It looks like Taurus has been like, it's almost like Taurus, like when you put like a ping pong ball or like a ball that floats in water, and then you like push it down, it like wants to pop back up. And so Taurus has been like almost like held underwater, and Taurus is like finally like just like breaking through, and it's like this deep gasp, like this. And Taurus is learning, like, I'm not gonna get shoved back down again. And you don't have to fight. The Taurus people are like, I'm a Taurus sun sign, okay? So it's interesting as I'm channeling this, and so it looks like the Taurus people are like, we're really ready to expand our love and our beauty. But we're going to be having a like a wave of emotional releases, because our bodies are finally like, whoa, I'm not going to be held underwater again. So it looks like for the Taurus people, like the next 10 days especially is like, don't rush. And we're really good like this. The Taurus people like, okay, we're slow and steady. We're very patient beings. But the Taurus people, they're ready. Like they're really ready for that full steam ahead. I'm also seeing for some of the Taurus beings increase in finances, but it's if I were to look at an animal, like a power animal for the Taurus people, it's the squirrel, like not to hoard, but to save your money right now because there's going to be an increase. And so utilize your, because that's stimulated in with the Taurus people right now is like this, it's like emerald citrine, like there's a lot of charge magnetism right now with the Taurus people around money. But the lesson here is for the Taurus people is save, okay, or stash away, not hoard, because that's not how money works. Money wants to be utilized. Money wants to create. Money wants to expand. But sometimes in order to do that, we charge, and then we expand. Taurus people, I hope that helps you. And just a quick reminder, be gentle with yourself, and let your psyche, the mind, and the body especially catch up that like you're not going back. All those, and this is a really beautiful message, like all of those gateways, all those portals, if you will, where you're not going to revisit them again. So this is like a new cycle that's starting for the Taurus people. Gemini. Gemini, there's like a piece that's coming inside of your root chakra that's stimulated around career. I'm seeing an increase in finances. I'm seeing in self-expression, more individuality. It's like, yeah, those twins, they just come together even more. Like sometimes the twins, they can be outward and they can be opposing forces, but right now Gemini, it just seems like there's a synergy that's happening. And I see it in the root chakra. And first two, but really root is this career expansion. You've been doing a lot of work over the last, I'm seeing like 16 months of clearing and inner work and patience, and just allowing that, like testing the waters, if you will, and all these little facets of what you've been creating and learning about yourself is really coming into a focal point, and that's inside the root chakra. And the way it's expressed is going to be through career and money. But I'm seeing this, like this inner peace, like you've some of you have really allowed yourself to um, cultivate a deep connection with yourself. Like you're finally realizing and getting like it's me, and not like, oh, it's me, I'm just hyper independent. Like no, like it is me that I've been looking for. It is me that can fulfill everything. It is me, and this inner peace and this grace and this finesse that you have access to right now. Next is Cancer. Cancer people also, a lot of emotional care or emotional release. Rest is a theme right now. You might be, if you're hearing this message and you're like, oh, that's all I've been doing is resting. Like, well, more rest. Even if you have goals and if you feel like you're not losing out, I just need you to know that, like Cancer people. Avoid comparison right now. Like your theme right now is not looking at the lives of people around you, okay, but really going inward and seeing the beauty within you and seeing like what you bring to the table. But it's your table, it's not anybody else's table. What do you bring to your own table, and how can you set the table for yourself? Because this self-care, like you're coming out of like this type of hibernation, um and like self-care is definitely like on the forefront for you. Leo. Leo is right now, it's like not overextending your energy, like being more an observer. I'm seeing relationships change, especially romantic relationships. So if you're in a Leo people, if you are in a romantic relationship right now, whether you're married or if you have significant other, whatever it is, some of the dynamics might change. Some of you might be aware that you're no longer connected to your person the way you want. And so, like, so some of you might be ending relationships. Some of you, Leo, you're opening up your heart again. So, inviting new relationships is like a lot of romantic stuff for you guys. Like, you're in the energy of opening up your heart to yourself. Um, but it's a, it's your, I'm seeing for the Leo people, like a lot of Venusian energy coming up and influencing the feet. So choose beauty, choose pleasure, choose money, choose abundance, choose health, because that's going to serve your heart. So that way you can be of service to your community. And that's what gives you a lot of drive. I'm seeing also just like take that in inventory of again, kind of similar. Who was it? It was Aries, kind of similar to the Aries people. So Leo, like, really allow yourself to evaluate the people in your life if somebody has to go, because your heart, like your soul is like, I'm ready for this deep, deep, like soul connection in all my relationships. Like if it doesn't serve my soul and my heart, and if I don't feel that, then it has to go. That's what I'm seeing for Leo. Virgo. Virgo is about flexibility with how they see the world. Virgo is, you're being asked right now this week to see, like, be flexible in like who you think you are, be flexible in how you do things. You might be a little bit too fixed. And the energy right now is asking you just to be flexible, because you might want to like hold on to like a certain structure, and the structure could even be like self-identity, it could be career, it could be like just like the way things are. And life is changing, the dynamics of every construct is changing in your life. And so like part of you might be like, whoa, what is going on? But the energy right now is just asking you to be flexible. So whatever you have to do, like, connecting with creator, connecting with your body, if you have any rituals or ceremonies that you do that just really keep you grounded, because you're in like a void space. When these sacred voids come in, when we are moving through change, and sometimes our senses, they don't shut down, but it's like we try to like palpate, like, or try to make sense of our surroundings in the ethers, but there's nothing to connect to because all that old is outdated. Okay, so Virgo, be flexible and a lot of trust, a lot of faith. Remember, faith is certainty that you're already on the other side. Libra. Libra people, I'm seeing that you're really healing from core wounds in the heart, um, that you can't run away from anymore. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but I see Pluto very active and Mars for you. Libra people, I'm also seeing that your heart is strong, but it's kind of like taken a hit. And so, but you're not willing to stay there. So it's very similar to Virgo, like flexibility, but the flexibility is in relationships. Like not everything has to be your way, Libra. Even though you're used to getting your way, be flexible to learning about the perspectives of others, because this is going to enhance it's like enhancing your magnetism, and that's what's going to heal your heart. It's really it's a really big lesson right now, for the Libra people. It's like keeping your heart open, but the way you're learning about the heart is through other people. It's not through your relationship with people and how you experience yourself. It's through the dynamics of how people are teaching you about the heart. Wow. Whew. Okay. Libra, I hope that serves you. Sagittarius. No more avoiding your emotions, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about unmasking the emotions. A lot of emotions to be processed. Anything you've like Sagittarius, you're in a really like, it's like I'm seeing like groundwater come up out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden there's like all this water. It's just like coming up. This is the visual I get for the Sagittarius people. And it's like anything that's been buried emotionally is just going to kind of be in your face, but it's not a bad thing, right? It's very cleansing, very healing, releasing I went to Sagittarius and then I'll go back to Scorpio, excuse me. It's about being open and positive to a new emotional states because you're learning, like you can be very cerebral, very mental, and hide away from your emotions. And so you're having like the Sagittarius people are having like a deeper ingrainment, or like an instrument that's being retuned. Let's say it's 440 hertz and now it's going to go to like 432 or something like that. You're still going to be in this, you're still the same body, same instrument, but you're being retuned in the emotional body. So Sagittarius people this week, just know that emotions are going to be high. And I'm also seeing, as I look at timelines, it's really going to move through like the end of May for you. Okay, so just know that this is a theme right now. And now I'll go back to Scorpio. Scorpio. This is like fear, like abandonment stuff, abandonment issues. This is like possessiveness. Like if you want something, then it's yours. Like you get really fixated and locked in, like almost obsessed. um I'm also seeing like inner child wounds, or like this theme of like not enough. Like this is what's releasing from you. Well, this is the energy to help, right? um you have the ability right now to really finally break through with your emotional intelligence and release possessiveness, like be more fixated on you, but not like this, like be focused on the beauty of who you are and what you have going for you. It also looks like new projects or new opportunities are opening up for you, but they're really going to be more manifesting like around the equinox, March. Okay, so look at that mid-March um energy. And Scorpio people, it's like there's something in the matters of the heart that you've been carrying with you. It looks like a good like 12 to 15 years, even more, even stimulated in the last 2 years, that you're finally like closing this chapter. And it's like you're going to choose more of what's good for you. And this also could be a theme of like letting people go and just like but it's letting that part of you that has been possessive um release. Like you're no longer going to have like that emotional charge. Next is Capricorn. Capricorn has this deep call about the authenticity of who they are. Capricorn is about being more pronounced. They're learning not to be so fixed as well, being more malleable. They can feel, it's really interesting. Like a Capricorn is being asked to accentuate themselves in like a very raw manner right now, which might feel counterintuitive to Capricorn. Because Capricorns, like they're very bold, but like I love a Capra. I love them all. I love everybody. But like they're soft on the inside. So like that softness wants to come out. But it's like the truth. Like they need to be more honest. Because Capricorns like being in control, but like and they'll very much hide their emotions. Um, so it's time for Capricorn to be more honest with how they show up in their relationship with themselves first, especially if you're online, if you have a social media following, or how, I guess it's more like how you allow yourself to be perceived. Because like if we're just being truthful and honest, like um everybody, like not everybody, but let's just say like you let people know what you want. Like you control the narrative basically of what people know about you. And so it's like Capricorn is like being asked right now to like show people who you are, like be honest with who you are, because there's more to you than what meets the eye. And that's going to set a lot of your like your, it's like money matters free. It's gonna like Capricorn's really evolving. They're learning like not everything has to be a grind and be so like hard or abrasive. Next, Aquarius. Aquarius is great. Aquarius is like more about listening, listening and taking action on what brings cheer. Now, this cheer is not a word that I would normally use, but like if it makes you cheerful, yeah, cheerful, like joy and cheerful is what comes up for Aquarius. Like do that. Aquarius people are like really holding the magnetism for the new consciousness right now, and I'm not just saying that because we're in the age of Aquarius or like we're in between those planes. I'm saying that because that's literally what I see. Like there's frequencies and there's stardust that's and what they came to embody right now. But the Aquarius people are being very stimulated to create, be creative. The Aquarius people have a very interesting dynamic and insight, but you're being asked almost to interject yourself into leadership. So using your creativity as a vehicle, Aries, is so if you have something to say, if you have something to write or something to paint, so really seeing creativity and dedicate yourself to cheer. And in the matters of the heart and relationships, it's almost like you're opening up yourself to your heart again, like how you came in and how you saw the world through your inner child eyes. Like there's a sense of return of innocence, or even pronouncing it even more. Last sign is the sign of Pisces. Um, Pisces, you're getting like a makeover. Pisces is getting this energy boost, and I'm seeing it through the heart and the solar plexus dynamics, and a big release on the back of the sacral. Pisces is, there could be some cash flow increase as well. Pisces is learning how to ground into the earth. They're not going to be so aloof anymore. Pisces is redefining themselves. There's like a really big boost of energy for Pisces, and so Pisces, wherever you're right now, if you're creating, like I'm seeing this very much connected to career, like you have a lot of magnetism right now, so use it to your advantage. You guys, I'm ending this right now. I would love to hear your feedback, so share this with your friends, because this is my first time channeling like this, and if it serves you, I'm gonna keep on doing them. Love you. See you soon.